All righty, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the channel. We've got a very exciting episode, something that hopefully I'm going to be getting here in the next couple days. Fields of Fire, the new deluxe edition coming out by GMT. Oh, I can't wait for it. And we're going to be playing it today on the channel thanks to good friends of the channel, Mike Bertucelli and John Reed, aka Nerd Workshop. You can check him out on his channel. You can check out Mike's channel too, but I don't know. You don't do too much on it anymore. He's too busy designing good
Not
games. If you're not familiar, Mr. Bertucelli is, of course, designer extraordinaire for Mr. President and, of course, Wolfpack. Congratulations on how well Wolfpack is being received.
Yeah.
Thank you. But Mr. President, I was just a
That's
developer,
true. That's
not
right.
a
You were
designer.
just a design developer. I'm sorry, not a designer on that one, but I know you helped on it. Anyways, we
Yeah,
are going to be trying some Fields of Fire. I guess it's not 2 or anything. It's just called the Deluxe Edition, right? Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
just
going
the
to try
Deluxe edition.
setting up a Vietnam campaign, and we're looking forward to getting this played and showing it for you guys here on the channel. We appreciate everyone coming by and saying hi. If you're in the chat, let us know, and otherwise, we'll get right to streaming for you guys because that's what you're here to see. They're not here to see us. By the way, how are you guys doing tonight? You okay?
I'm good.
Everything's good.
All right, everything's good. Are you excited to try this out? I know you guys have technically started ahead of time, but are you excited to try this again?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, let's share the screen here. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Let's do it like this. There we go. I think. Did I do that right?
Yeah, or you could even just turn us off.
Yeah, I have to find the right settings here. I had a good no, that's all right. What I think I will do.
Well, that's one way.
Because then we won't have our mics. Yeah. Let me see if I can just reposition us to the top right, maybe. Yeah, I mean that's kind of out of the way. That's not too bad. What do you guys think of that? Is that all right?
Not terrible.
Yeah. All right. All righty. So here it is in the tabletop simulator module, and this is really, really good module. This is exceptionally good.
All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to go ahead. So in the module, we do have these choices here that we can choose from for setup. Normandy, Mekong, we've got Heartbreak Ridge, Vietnam, Standalone, Keep Up the Fire. That's part of the new, deluxe. Normandy, free play. Mekong, Heartbreak, all free play, Vietnam, and then complete free play. These are all new things that are in the deluxe edition. And then before we start, we're going to get, you can read these whenever you, start up the module. Talking about the module, how it works, basically is telling us there's a lot of right-click features everywhere. As we play, I'll kind of tell you what I know, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to hit the Vietnam campaign, and when I hit this, it's going to set a lot of it up for us. So when I hit this, we're going to
shuffling. It's moving things around. And Viper Dave, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Viper Dave is my local gaming buddy, and we've been playing some stuff together. And hopefully next week we're going to get together and play Undaunted Normandy. So that'll be fun.
No, I don't see you in TTS, John.
I didn't sign in because I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay. So,
well,
I
didn't want to.
No, all right. Make me remember how to do all that.
Play as long as you can. So what this did, Jester, it put out our starting grid for the first scenario here in the middle. Wow. Up in the top top right, it gave us all of our forces that we use in Vietnam. Top left in this scenario is the VC. It gave all of their things that we need for the scenario up there. And then on the bottom left, there's a bunch of counters, and those are infinite bags. So you can just keep pulling from those bags. Those are just counters that we use during the game. And on the bottom right, we have our commands and pyrotechnics and radios and things like that that we will divvy out.
Right.
So, and then in the middle right, we have our helicopter movement. What do they exactly call that thing? Helicopter control card. So our helicopters will be moving on this card here, and then below it, each helicopter will have assigned units in each helicopter.
Right.
And we will go over that in a little bit. This first one's going to be a lot of teach for you. I know it's been a long time since you've played.
Yep, it's been a while. That's for sure.
So we'll just take it slow. We'll get it all. We have to do a lot of things to start a campaign. And on the far left over here, I'm going to open up the campaign book. And we're going to just start using it to set up.
Beautiful. Good looking stuff right off the bat. I mean, GMT really nailed the look of this game, I think.
They really improved it. The guys, Andrew and Colin, they did a great job developing this and getting it where it is now. Table of contents, we're going to start. We got some historical notes to start with. We'll skip over those. You can go back and read those on your own.
Oh, okay. All right. Oof. I was close to failure there. Oh, it's going again. Grab it back over.
Hang on. No. Hang on. It needs to go. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna lock it so it doesn't move. Let me reload real quick here.
Yep. You got it. All right, Cardboard Commander and Tim Zales, Viper Dave, and everyone that's come by. Thanks so much, guys, for coming by. We do appreciate it very, very much. It's always great to see you all, and I appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're a friend of my channel, I appreciate you, and just head on over to Cardboard Commander and subscribe to him, and also head over to Nerd Workshop and subscribe to his channel as well. All right, we're just going to reload things a little bit here, and look at that.
Yep.
I love that automation. That is really, really good.
I'm going to lock this. Oh, it is locked. Okay. Don't move the book around. When you go to the book, either click up in the top left corner. There's a white space. That'll put a pop-out screen for you. Or you just click on the white left and right tabs on the book. Okay, so I'm going to go and open this and start moving through it. We will have historical notes. And now it gives us the Vietnam campaign unit guide. All the units that are used in this one, all nice pictures so people don't get confused on which. It was a little confusing in the first one, which enemy, units I actually use. It's all spelled out for us nicely. And then we have our table of organization and equipment here. So this is our first decision that we need to make. If you will notice up at the top, we have unit descriptions, starting experience, and assets, ammos, and steps. So, right, the CEO headquarters, right, company headquarters, is going to start green, and he's got this battalion, TAC radio, and one step. One step unit. So the first three up here are basically the headquarter and staff. So we have our our CO, our XO, and our first sergeant. Our XO's line, our first sergeant's a veteran. He's our best unit to start this campaign.
Okay.
Then we have a 60 millimeter mortar team. It is a one-step unit with 4 rounds of ammo. Then we have our platoons, first, second, and third platoon. Each platoon has first, second, and third squads. And then they each have a machine gun team. And we're going to have to spend our starting experience, and this is something that we're going to do here in just a second. We're going to spend our experience to set up our squad. Now we have a decision. We choose one option, one or two. We can either take a 81 millimeter mortar section. They would be line with 4 rounds of ammo, 2 illumination. They're a 3-step unit. They're a heavy unit. Or we could take 4th platoon. We get 4th platoon headquarters and 2 squads.
Ooh.
So that's a decision we need to make right now.
Ooh.
And so let me tell you what we're supposed to do. This might help your decision. We have to clear 12 squads, 12 cards, 12 spaces. That's a lot of moving. We might need 4th platoon to send out to clear cards. Possibly. The 81 mortar section's nice. It's big, heavy thing, but it is only 1 unit and it only has 4 rounds of ammo. So we get 4 shots with it, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
I think the rifle platoon would give us more options.
I think that is a true statement. I also, if we go historically, they didn't deploy a lot of these, these big mortar sections with the company because they were heavy and they like to be, the maneuverability was big in Vietnam. They went with smaller sections and lighter, to be able to move.
Yeah, the only advantage the mortar section gives us is it basically can keep people from shooting our guys.
And we do have, to let you know, also, we do have 3 forward observers. So we have off-board artillery, we have off-board mortars, and we also have a aircraft forward observer. So we also have airstrikes that we can call in.
Oh,
yeah, but one thing that the rifle company wouldn't do that the mortar can do is, can't the mortar go short and end up blowing up your own card?
It can. Yeah. It can. Anytime we call in any kind of mortar or artillery or even planes, if we get a short card, we could be hitting our own guys.
So I think I hear John saying he would like a rifle platoon. I think Mike is suggesting a rifle platoon. So
I'm leaning this way.
I'm sorry?
I'm good with either one.
I'm leaning towards the platoon, the rifle.
All right,
platoon.
I'll go with you guys. I think that's a good suggestion. Right. Let's go with the rifle platoon. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go over here to the top right and come over here and take a look.
Oh, shit.
We've got these guys over here. These are our first, second, and third platoons with each of their squads and their rifle and their heavy weapons that they have. And then we have 4th platoon with his 2. And you'll notice that these are only 2-step units here. So that is one downside with having 4th platoon. They're smaller units. There are no engineers, snipers. We don't have this 81, but we do have this 60 millimeter.
Yeah.
Here, that's where we do have this mortar with us. And then we have just these 3 will be in this one, so I'm going to pull them out. We won't use these 2 for this scenario. We will also have these Hueys that we will be using. And we also have 2 Chinooks
Ooh,
for this.
wow.
And I'll bring those here. We don't have Spooky. We don't have runners. We do have this guy. We also have the mortar, which is right here, and we have the artillery.
Nice.
So we will be, and I'll show you how I came up with that here in a second. These are all the things that we're going to be using for this scenario. This stuff over here we won't be using. Let's go back to the scenario. So basically, now what this is telling us is down here below, we have a special note on that decision that we had to make. A company with the 4 rifle platoon, we're going to assign. So if we took the 81 millimeters at the very bottom, I'm zoomed in on.
Yep.
Should I be sharing my screen, do you think?
I mean, if you want to share, you can. I can put yours on as well.
Yeah. Share screen. Yeah, you might put mine on because I'm talking and I'm going right to where I'm talking.
All right, I will stop sharing my screen. We'll put mics on. Just give us a second, guys. We'll make the change. Thoroughfur, how are you doing tonight? Robert O, thanks for coming in. We appreciate everyone stopping in. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And
I'm sharing it with you.
Are you? Oh, yeah, you are.
I see
You are. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Very good. So you'll notice down here at the bottom, if we took the 81 millimeter mortar, we would assign a certain amount of steps to our units for their experience. But we took the 4th rifle, so we are going to assign 14 green, 18 line, and 7 veteran steps.
Nice.
So remember that 14, 18, and 7.
Okay.
Now come over a little bit to the right, and you'll see a conversion table right here.
Okay.
Multi-step unit experience level. We have to use this chart and assign what we just talked about to our squads. All right, and we do that using this chart, and then come over to the far right, bottom right, and we have a 9th Infantry Vietnam campaign. You will notice that some of this stuff is already set up for us, which is nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Our attachments are over here. Our artillery forward observers, artillery mortar, and air all are assigned. They have line. If you look over here, you have our company headquarters is green, line. Our first sergeant is veteran. Our first platoon is line. Second platoon headquarters is green. Third is green. You will notice that the squads are not assigned anything. These are where we're going to space. And then we're also going to do here 4th platoon right here. Platoon, do they have a assignment for the headquarters? Yeah, we have to spend for the headquarters too. Okay. So this works like this. We have 3 steps per unit. So we have to assign 3 different of those starting numbers to make something. So our squad, each of those squads have 3. We got to assign 3 different of these levels. So if we were to assign, let's say, a veteran, let's say we want a veteran, a line, and a green to one squad, it would come out line.
Okay. So the total results of the 3 combined together equals blah blah blah. Got it. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, I have set this up before, and we could save time by doing it that way, or we could talk about it and do it a different way. But it kind of works out if you do, it's like spend all of our veteran line and green, like there's 7 of those. So first 7 squads, we do that, they all come out line.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of line. We can do line, anything, and then they come out line, which would be green. We'd have a bunch of greens left over. So we go line, green, and then we're going to get a whole bunch more line units.
Yeah.
Difference between a veteran unit and a green unit. When we're asked to do something, we're going to be given a number of cards to pull, and that number is what a line unit would pull. If it's a veteran unit, you get to pull an extra
card. Yeah.
If it's green,
one less.
So having everything at least line as much as we can is pretty helpful, I think.
So line is basically normal mode. Green
Exactly.
is kind of basic mode, and then your veteran is kind of hard mode. I got you.
You know, I mean, they're veterans, right? They can perform actions better than a green, right? Green, they're just first time on the field, man. They don't know what they're doing.
But now, when we pull the cards are for the HQ though, and they're already set up to be line green.
Some are not. Some are recipient cards.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like
if someone's working off a general command and they want to try to spot by themselves, they use their own.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So I'll show you. Come over here. I'll just do one just to kind of show you. So we'll take first platoon, first squad. Okay. His headquarters is line. And these have states. If you put your mouse over one of these boxes, you will see states. It will show you 4 of 4. So if I go 1, hit my 1, it's green. I hit my 2, it's line. I hit 3, it's veteran. I hit 4, it's nothing. So if we wanted to start him at veteran and then line
and then green
line
green, yep.
This guy comes out at line.
Right. Yep.
So we could do our first 7. 1, 2, 3,
I agree.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Absolutely.
Like that, and all line.
Yep. I think that's. I agree. I agree. I mean, what do you think, nerd?
No, I agree.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so let's go ahead.
As a matter of fact,
I
would combine all the greens with one veteran because a veteran and green makes 2 greens make a line. So put them first, then we just put all our lines together. So like if you have 2 greens with a veteran, that becomes a line anyway. According to that thing over here, if I'm reading it right.
Okay.
Let me go back here and double check here.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Well, there's I guess lots of ways to combine things to get.
Yeah, see, a 3 up is a green, and veteran is a line. And then after that, we just put line with anything, and it's going to be a line. As long as it's not just a line with a green.
We could go that way. The only thing that might hurt us a little bit with that is when we, at the end, when the squads are beat up and they're not, we'll have to go through a reconstitution step. And I don't know if having veteran with line might help us a little bit in that situation. Yeah. We put veteran with 2 greens.
Yeah. I'm just saying that if we want to have all line at least, we definitely want to get all the greens up with the veterans because we have 14 greens.
You know what? It's the same way though, John, because look, we're going to use up all of our veterans, right? In the first 7,
Yeah.
we go veteran, line green, and we've used up all of our veterans. All we have left are line and green.
Yeah, but see, if
and then if you
our first 7 are veteran,
put 2,
we have 14 line. So that would be 2 green per veteran. Then the last one
I see what John is trying to say,
Yeah,
and I don't
it
think
would
he's
make them all
explaining it
line.
right. If you look at the thing, we get 7 veteran and 14 green. So if you were going to take 1 veteran and 2 green, right, that would equal a line unit, and then it would fill up all of our green and veterans, and then we could just take the extra line and make them a line. Is that what you're saying, John?
Yeah, because then what's left over is all line. So basically, we'd end up with everybody being at least line. Now, Mike makes a good point that once they start getting hit, but at least we're starting out with all lines, so the first card draws are the best.
We're gonna go veteran green, right?
Yeah, it'd be veteran green.
Veteran green.
Veteran green for the first 7. Hang on, let's make sure we got veteran. No, veteran.
There you go.
I'm just
letting you guys put your hand
the right
up.
number there. There we go. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 veterans.
This should not be a
here.
Yeah, so now the rest should be just our lines.
Just be lines. Yeah. This one here needs to go to veteran. Green.
No, you already have 7 veterans. No, there you are.
1,
7. Oh, yeah, there you are. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. And the rest should be line, right?
Yep.
So hold on. How many green are we supposed to have?
14, and we have
14.
8 and 7 veteran.
Okay, so everything.
Don't forget group 4 over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing these guys here. Line.
And then our fourth platoon over there in the over here.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
They're going to be lines too, right?
Yeah, they'll just all be lines.
Okay. So that means the worst we're going to have is a line.
Our 4th platoon would be a line also.
Right.
So everyone will be line. That'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that way they all draw the cards. Nobody's a minus card, at least for right now.
What do we have for our mortar section? Yeah, we don't have the mortar section. We have the. He's a line as well.
Okay. So count that up and make sure that our numbers come out correctly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, it's only 12 line we have there. We're supposed to have.
Yeah, we only have 12 line.
There's 4 more that have to be someplace.
What about first sergeant? Where's first sergeant? Oh,
weapons.
First sergeant, veteran.
Weapons. We should have.
We should have
6
more.
There's weapons. How many do we have?
2, 4, 6,
left over?
8, 10. Well, we have 11. We have 18, so we have 7 left over. Oh wait, no. On the mortar is a line too. Yeah, so that would be right. So if you put line there, that's the last 6 on the.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the last 6.
Okay. So there we go. We have.
Teams. There we go.
Now. We need to. So I want to go over. I know that was something you had talked about in your earlier plays, understanding how command works. So let's just go. You will notice here that the CO headquarters could command everybody directly on the field, because look at the line coming down. He can command the XO and the first sergeant. The XO and the first sergeant and all of the platoon leaders and all of the individual squads. So the CO could command everybody we have. The XO and the first sergeant can do everybody except the CO, cannot command the CO. Then first platoon can do everybody below them, all their squads and all of their weapons, second, third, fourth. Now, we need to assign the 60 millimeter to a platoon. So who would we like to put the 60 millimeter with? And when we do that, that means that let's say we do first platoon, that means first platoon can order the 60 millimeter, and the CO, the first sergeant, and the XO.
Yeah, this
Do we
sheet
want
is
to-
very, very helpful for people that don't know military stuff like myself.
Yeah,
Yep.
This sheet is very, very good, very helpful, because I had no idea what the company XO could do, or the first sergeant. What's the first sergeant? What is he supposed to do? When I think of sergeant, I think of somebody that's running around with the Tommy gun with his units.
and he can do it with anybody, right? He can command any platoon, any single unit. So, and he's a veteran. Yeah, he's our gunman. He's out there, he's John Basilone Pacific, right? He's our kind of our main really good guy, especially in this first one, because he's our only veteran.
Yeah, seems that way.
So, what do you think with the 60 millimeter mortar? Our first platoon their boots will hit the ground first. Do we want to send them? Do we want to assign him to first or second platoon?
Well, you think we'll need the mortar on the first one?
I was going to say if I would not send him first. I mean, if the shit hits the fan, of course.
You want to send him?
Yeah, by the time
you want to send him.
Yeah, because I think by the time the second platoon gets out there, we know what shit is hitting what fan.
Yeah, I'm
or at least have an idea.
I'm thinking send first platoon, see what's out there, and then bring the mortar team in and go get them, boys.
Okay, so we have to do the same thing over here with these attachments. On the far right up here, the artillery, the mortar, and the air control, forward air control. So we definitely want to put one of these with first in case they need to call in something to help.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, let's look at their ammo, because that's not filled out right now. So I'm going to give you some numbers. You guys fill them in over there. Okay, right. They're on our sheet over here.
Yeah.
So let me go steps. Okay, our forward observer.
Is that the artillery forward observer or the mortar forward observer?
I am trying to find them right now. Okay, how many ammo they have? Transportation forward has that radio. That is line one step. Doesn't give my ammo yet. Hold on. Where's the ammo? Oh, here we go. So ammo. So the artillery, the 105 artillery, you should have an HE and a WP line. Fire missions. The HE, the artillery. Hold on just a second. I want to go back and look at what we're looking at over.
Oh, that's down here. That's down here, down at the bottom. Yeah.
Yes. It's down
okay,
here.
so we don't need.
So it's already filled in. Fire missions are already filled in. Yep. So yeah, we don't have to worry about their ammo.
So how do I get back to zero again? Control? Hit it?
I think it's 5. I think it's. Oh, I'm sorry.
5?
No, just hit 0. Just hit 0. I got it. Okay. But we do need to assign them. Do you want to give the artillery is our best one. Mortars, really good. The air, we only get 2 rounds of air. So The artillery, we have 5 rounds of HE, 2 rounds of Willie Pete white phosphorus. The 155 millimeter artillery only has 2 rounds. That's 155 millimeter. That's a big one. Our mortar has 3 and 2, and the airstrike has 2. So our best is the artillery. Next best would be our mortar.
Yep, I would
Who would you like to
suggest
find those two?
our artillery, the big, the 105. I would give that to first platoon.
Yeah, let's go in and
I would
clear
think
out.
Let's do it.
if they get hit hard, we want some artillery for them. But wouldn't you? I mean,
How about mortar for second, and we'll go third for
Yeah.
air.
Makes it easy.
for second, third. Yeah, I like that. That sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
All right, we'll do that.
Boot Tweezers,
Right,
what's going on,
so-
buddy? Good to see you. Demi, 1970 Gaming. Good to see everyone. Thanks for coming out. We do appreciate it so much. We're setting up for the Vietnam campaign with Fields of Fire Deluxe Edition. This is, I believe, mission number 1. Is that correct, Mike?
Yep, that's mission number
Mission
1.
number 1.
Okay, so that 7th Battalion artillery, we get them for every mission. This is an attachment for all missions. So we'll always have that artillery with us. Now we have, if you look down here for assets, these are the assets that we get for the for this first mission. So we're going to have 10 PRC 25 radios. So I'm going to get that and read out what we have on the other stuff. So our radios, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have these radios.
Yep.
How many? We have a battalion net. We have these 3. This is for the CO. We do, and this allows him to talk to everybody. This allows him to talk to headquarters. Then we have air, artillery. Okay, we have all of these. So these are infinite bags. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these all will let us talk to people. Okay, go down that list on the far left and read out how many smokes.
HE smoke, you have 4. That can also be equipped by the A1 mortar section too. The WP smoke
Which we
is
don't.
4.
4 Willie Pete's and 4.
Well, there's 4 HE and 4 WP smokes, and then there's one of the Red Star parachute, and one of the Red Star cluster, and one of the Green Star parachute and Green Star cluster. One of each of those 2.
Got those. And what else?
Red, green, yellow, and purple smoke. They're all 2.
They're all 2. So let me clone this, copy, and paste.
And then
there we go. We got those 4.
In handheld illumination, there's 12 of them. They could be
not for this one. It's
no,
not
okay.
Well,
then all the other ones aren't available for night mission. Sorry. So the red smoke, green smoke, yellow smoke, purple. None of those are available for the night mission. So equip our units in the night mission. Sorry. Yeah, handheld illumination. Yeah, so we can't use that. The mortar illumination. There's 2. Let's see. In night. No, that's night.
None of those.
Yeah. So the rest are 9.
None of those from that.
The rest are 9.
The rest are. So this is what we have. So this is what we have right here. We've got 4 white phosphorus, 4 smokes. We've got a couple of green that shoot up in the air, a couple of red, and then 2 of each color of red, yellow, green, blue that only affect the card.
Red, green,
that they're
yellow,
in.
and purple.
Yep.
Okay. And that's it. The others are for night.
All right. That's what we have. So the way this works, Gesture, if you will look up here at these top ones, this says CO TACnet. You'll also notice that these all say CO TACnet. And what that means is this one here goes with our CO. And it will, that will allow him, that radio is on the same frequency as all of these. So the CO can talk to all of these radios directly. This battalion net allows the CO to get orders from headquarters, like, so this guy talks to
Somebody
him.
back at headquarters can call him up and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Whatever.
No, actually, he'll give the CO orders. Then the CO can spend those orders to order people on these other radios.
Okay.
Now that'll be
Oh,
if we
the guys
draw
are
a
heading
card
to
at
the
the
village.
beginning
Get them
of
in the
the turn,
village.
correct? For the battalion.
What's
The
that?
battalion only comes in if we draw a mission a card with the handheld radio, correct?
Possibly, or there might be head make him come in.
Yeah.
So come here, over here, Gesture, and come over to the bottom right, and you'll go look at the command display over here. So this is our CO. He is green. He's got his battalion net right there, which means I did not need. So let me just get rid of that. It's already here. So battalion talks to him on that radio. Then he uses this radio here to talk to other people on the other radios. And I'm going to grab those and bring those down.
Okay.
So if you want the CO to be able to give orders to everybody, either has to be on their card and tell them directly, verbally, or you call.
Calls them on the radio and says, "Do this, do that." Got it.
Right. First platoon needs a radio. Second platoon needs a radio. Third platoon needs a radio. That way he can call them directly, right?
Fourth platoon.
And fourth platoon should have a radio also. So that leaves XO needs a radio, so he can call the XO wherever he is. And the first sergeant needs a radio, so the CO can talk to him. And they can talk to each other through these radios. So the sergeant could use his radio to call somebody to give them an order. We have 4 left.
What about our weapon teams and mortar section?
Well, we have our observers, right? So we have 3 observers that we had. Remember, our artillery, our air, and our mortars. If we want to talk to them directly and give them orders, they need radios. So we could give those 3.
Yep, I agree.
So we could definitely do that. So I'm going to put those up by our observers because they're going to get radios.
Do we want to give the mortar section a radio, or who talks to the mortar section?
Everybody can talk to him. So he's assigned. So this way, if he has this radio, he can be in contact with the CO. And now all of our radios are divvied out. Like they should, and I think that's a good way to do it. I was going to suggest that very same thing. So now everybody's in communication. Now these radios are better than the World War II ones. In the World War II ones, you had to have direct line of sight to be able to use. Not the case in Vietnam. So The CO can be undercover and still can communicate by radio to anybody that has a radio. There's a big advantage in Vietnam.
Yeah.
You can see everybody is either veteran or green. If they don't have anything, they're just line. Because you can see the -1, +1 for the veterans and all those guys. We do need experience down here for this guy. We need another, oh, he's line, right? 4th platoon is line. That's interesting. What happened? Okay, let me make a suggestion. No, they're already line. Never mind. Everybody's line, and those are already set up. Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, I think we're good there. Now we have to give out pyrotechnics, and we have to assign what orders are going to be assigned to which pyrotechnic. Of course, none of these get assigned. Now, this is the way I do it. If you guys have a better way or want to talk about it, I'm all ears. But the way I do it for Vietnam is I use red for ceasefire. All of this red for ceasefire.
Ceasefire. Okay.
Sometimes I use green for, we could use green for shift fire or to move, to fall back, and then, or I use all the other colors, green, yellow, and purple. I don't assign them, and I use them for a second landing zone. Because what's going to happen during our mission is we're coming in waves of helicopters. We're all sticks, and we're going to land the first wave, which is 12 steps. There's a 16-step per card for vehicle per card limit, which means we're going to land and we got to get off of that landing zone. We have to clear it for the next
For the
wave.
next guys to come in, right?
Okay, so having a second landing zone could be very important.
Yeah.
To activate that, we've got to find a eligible spot for it, spend a command to clear it, and put smoke down. That smoke will only last for one turn, and anything landing on that turn will go to the secondary landing zone because it's lit up with smoke.
I kind of like that idea. What do you think, nerd?
Yeah, no, I like the idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
The question, do we also want to include the green and give us 6 shots at a second landing zone? Because people carrying this smoke could die. And then, right, we could want to put smoke down and don't have any available.
Well, can't they pick it up?
You can't pick it up, but what if no one's in the card? Then you got to move to that card, and let's say you got to go to a different card to put the smoke down.
Right.
Well, but
You see what I'm saying?
Ah.
And we could go all 8. We could go all 8 of these. Don't assign them and use them for a second landing zone, or we could go 4.
I would think, of course, hindsight 2020, right? But I would say let's go with 4, and the other 4 I would put as a move order. I think moving and telling our guys to move might be very important.
Okay, so let's go ahead.
That's just
and
a suggestion, but if you guys want to veto, that's cool too.
Well, but now when the smoke, when you throw smoke for a move order, that tells everybody to move, not just one group.
It depends on the smoke.
Okay.
If it's a canister, it's just the card. If you fire those handhelds in the air, then see that card is going to do that order, which
What other orders we got? Move order. What else can you assign to that?
Getting there right now.
Okay.
I think you
I'm
can
looking through
assign
the rule book.
infiltrate. You can sign shift. You can sign. Can you sign a retreat?
Pyrotechnics. So here we go. Here's our things that we can do. Offensive mission, pyrotechnic, signal options. CF, ceasefire. That one's always a really good one. You don't want people wasting ammo. If adjacent to a phase line, move straight forward. Well, we have no phase lines in this one. Adjacent to primary objective, we have no primary objectives in this one. Infiltrate from an attack position to a primary objective. We don't have that. We don't have those two. Secondary, we don't have those. Attack position to secondary, don't have that. If assigned to a signal, move to it. So M2, we could pop that and then people would move to it. Those are the ones that we have that we can assign.
Well, definitely a ceasefire.
Blue, we're doing mission 1, first one of the Vietnam campaign. Yeah, all red, ceasefire. We good with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do that. All red, ceasefire.
You want green to, if adjacent to signal, move to it.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's about the only two that we
I
can
think
really
that would be a good one. Yes.
Okay.
I think.
M2.
And then the rest will be as set up for a secondary landing zone.
Reds are ceasefire. So right here, red ceasefire, green is M2. Which one is it? That one right there, number 6. So green and green are, and is 15 nothing? Yeah, 15 is nothing. So a yellow and purple are nothing.
Good. I think that's good.
Yellow and purple. And where is, that's all we have. We have 4 of those. So there we go. We have red ceasefire, red parachute ceasefire, red cluster ceasefire. Oh, this one needs to be 6.
Can I ask a dumb question?
So
how do you tell your airstrike where to strike? Do you have to smoke it?
You will. No,
Okay.
you don't have to do that.
I didn't know if you threw smoke on it and said, "Shoot that."
No, we have a fire forward. That's what their job
The
is.
forward reserve would see them off and tell them to go over there. Somebody had to go over there and throw the smoke there and say, "Fire here."
Yeah,
It must be a movie thing. They do it in the movies all the time.
Yeah.
No, the forward reserve gives them actual coordinates, map coordinates to strike.
I got you.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing something. Okay.
No,
I like the setup. I think
okay.
this is much smoother and easier than the last time I played with this little. Does this sheet actually come in the box, or is this a?
Everything you see here is in the box.
Oh, that's super. That's going to be super helpful, I think.
Like I said, they made so many improvements.
I like the command display as
So-
well. That is much more easy to figure out things.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and divvy out all this smoke. Who is getting the smoke?
Just pick people, Mike. Give them the smoke and let's go.
Let's go with all of our white phosphorus. I'm going to put up here because they're going to go with individual units up here.
Well, we got to give.
How about the CEO?
We got to give the yellow and the purple. We got to give that to first squad because they're going to be the only ones landing, right?
Yes, so that's going to go up on first wave. All right, and then green is moved to. How about EXO? How about we give the green star to the XO, to the CO, both red and green, and the XO gets these two. to move or cease fire.
Sounds good. I like that.
Then we give first sergeant, we give a green and a red.
Okay.
And then a green and a red will figure out. So first sergeant is going to get both of those. First sergeant, green and red smoke. We will give our XO and our CO these right here. So the XO is going to get that, and the CO is going to get that and that. And then we have these first or second platoon headquarters,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Which one do you think, first or second?
Well, now those are used for landing, right?
No, this is ceasefire, and this is move to adjacent, move to this.
Well, first might end up getting wiped out quite a bit. We probably should put them in the second.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that sounds good. Give them the second.
You want to put them both with platoon?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's give them the second. Yeah, let's give them the second.
All right. We got it. There we go. And we'll take care of the other ones when we do our display. Let's go back over to setup. So we did all this pyrotechnics and all this kind of stuff. General experience. So keep this in mind as we play. We're going to get experience points, and we need experience points. Inflict an enemy casualty. Okay, inflict or capture an enemy casualty. 1 per step, 2 per step. Perform a successful point-blank grenade attack. In other words, throw a grenade successfully on the same card as an enemy. 1 per attack that we do. Complete headquarter event marked. And then successfully evacuate friendly casualties too. So we can see capturing the enemy and getting our casualties out are priorities for experience. That's what that does.
All right. Do we want to load some choppers up?
Yeah, I covered all this right here about landing zone medevac. We can make a medevac landing zone. We could do a second landing zone. Nothing else really pertains there. We have some special rules, and I kind of went all over that with the phones that we did ones with lines, but putting phone lines down, big pain in the ass. We'll go with the other ones. We don't have an 81 millimeter, so don't worry about any of that. Replacements at the end. This will pertain at the end. Tunnels. All enemy units can be generated on cards of U.S. units that did not show. The enemy can pop up anywhere. It's not like World War II where it's a static line and the Germans are always on one side and we're on the other. We're in Vietnam. They can pop anywhere from tunnels and stuff. So it's a real pain in the rear end. And we have a cover talking about buildings. We'll go over this when we pop up a building to see if it's either stone or light. Infiltration attempts. This is something different. A squad infiltration attempt is drawn. Make an infiltration attack cards adjusted for experience and look for the infiltration icon. If the icon is successful, place a new enemy unit on the. Okay, so this is for the enemy infiltration. Okay, so we'll read up on that a little bit. There's no strobe lights. We're not at night. Now we're in the actual mission itself. I'll just go over this really quickly. It is an air assault, 10 turns daylight. The map got set up for us. And 5x5 attempts. We may reattempt this one time. Mission objective. We must clear a minimum of 12 cards. Tactical control. Place a landing zone marker on the center. It did it for us already. We already have a landing zone marked and ready to go. Potential contacts. This is telling us no PC markers. Other card on the landing zone. Other cards are question marked up, randomized either A, B, or C. We have no idea what any of those are. Like in the World War II, we know like there's a whole line of A's, there's a whole line of B's. This we have no idea.
Right.
The enemy is a delayed defense, and they are veteran. We use the VC counter set, use the 9 VC 3-step squads, and put them into a cup and draw them randomly. Additional experience points. Clear 1 to 10 cards, 1 per. Clear more than 10, 2 per over 10. So we've got to get to 12. If we get more than 6 points.
Right.
And then we did all this already, additional attachments. Some of these could come in by event. And now this shows us a placement exactly where everything goes, which is really nice. I love the way they did this.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah.
We go here, and those were those attachments that we showed. Here's our headquarters when they may come up. Here are the enemy headquarters when they may come up. Then we have the enemy package and their contact, and then special rules. And basically, there is an ammo resupply headquarter thing. I think that's a headquarter thing that makes it come out. And then the air assault. We have to pre-plan our assault. We have to do that now, and then we're ready to go. And basically what that is telling us is we have to assign all of our units to sticks, to helicopters. And then we have to assign when those helicopters are going to fly. The first wave starts right here on inbound. First wave will be here, and they will land on the landing zone on turn 1. And we're bringing in first platoon. So let's bring in first platoon over here and see what we can do. There's all of first platoon. And the is with second platoon, so I'm going to put him down here. We also have
each helicopter can only hold 3 steps. A squad is 3 steps, right? So, like,
this is
this one's got to go
suggestion.
here.
Yes.
This one's got to go here. This has got to go here. And then these got to go on this one.
It could definitely work that
Or,
way.
I mean,
Now,
depending on when you want to bring in the
thing that
headquarters.
that's the other thing, right? The headquarters. When do we want to get the CO on the ground? Do we want him in the first wave? If we want him on the first wave, we would have to take out a weapons team, maybe, and bring him in with the first wave. If we don't have to, or the first sergeant, or the XO. The first thing that I would do, we did it in our last game, John, remember, I would break this team down into a
Assault.
cover pin, a lat team. So there's no assault. Like that. I would do that. I'd break him down to 2 steps and bring an assault team. That way they're all ready to go and start exploring. We don't want to send full squads out exploring if we can avoid it, because you can lose an entire squad really quickly. An assault team is made to do that. And they can move onto a unexplored card where a fire team cannot do that. I would do all 3 of these.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it's going to save us actions too.
Yeah, so we don't have to break
right?
them
Because then
down.
we won't have to split them up later. Yeah.
Exactly. So we have our big question is who do we want to come in?
So we could put in the headquarters instead of the assault team too, right?
Yeah, but I
That
wouldn't.
would
We
split
need
them up.
we need an assault.
I'm just
We need first platoon headquarters to be able to do his thing, but he will not get orders from anybody if we don't bring in the CO.
So we can't activate him, and then he draws for his orders.
Yeah, but not on the good one, not on the big numbers,
oh,
the
it's a
small
small
number.
number, right?
He has
He has to go with small.
he has to activate. He has to
You're
activate
thinking
himself.
bringing in the company headquarters is more important.
Yeah, I was thinking about.
Okay,
Did you watch?
Well, it's more
Did
important
you
than
watch
weapon.
We Were
Yeah.
Soldiers?
I'm up for that. We can do that.
Oh, Mel Gibson was the first one off the chopper.
Or we can send in a Chinook
So
and
if
have
you
12
want,
people land.
oh yeah, and then get them all killed.
Well, you got to weigh it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if everything goes, if I recall correctly, when you're drawing, when you don't have a contact, if you're contactless, like you're not under fire, then there's a bigger chance that something's going to come.
Yeah.
So when we show up, the chances are something's going to be there. So
We got these guys too, which I'm going to bring down and put them up here on top. These are also assets that we got to get in. So we have one left over from first
So
platoon.
put him in the second wave.
Do we send it? Do we send it?
Yeah.
Then maybe we bring down second. Come here, second.
Now, do they have to have the radios with them to communicate?
It depends on who and where they're communicating. So they have their radios with them. They're on their sheets.
Okay.
Everybody that has a radio got a radio.
except for we have 3 radios here for the forward observers here.
Yeah, they will go with, and I already somehow we got them out already. They're right here.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We got those 3. Those are their big 3. Yeah. To go back to battalion. Those are their battalion nets. So those guys will have 2 radios.
Well, we should have a forward observer
Right, so
with the second wave.
Yes.
What about we could do something like this. Get second platoon headquarters, the rest of first, then put a forward observer here, and then do their 3 squads.
Yeah.
We could do this.
Yeah, I like that. Yep, I like that.
Would you like to break these down into assault?
Well, you can't put him there. Yeah.
Would we like to break these down into assault teams?
I would think yes.
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay, we'll
I
do
don't
it.
see anything that, outside of the range, right?
Range is the only bad
Yeah.
thing. Point blank, you can only attack the car
Yeah,
they're on.
because we want to be able to move quick off the landing zone, because you can't be on the landing zone.
Exactly.
You got to get off the landing zone so other guys can land, or you're going to be in big trouble.
Yep.
I remember that.
Well, now we can put either the mortar or weapons team over here.
I thought we were going to put a forward observer over
Yes,
there.
we could
Oh, yeah.
or we could bring our artillery, or who's assigned to second platoon?
the mortar wasn't it? The mortar, didn't we get the mortar in second platoon?
Look
Sounds
down
familiar.
there.
Written right here. Mortar for
Second, yeah.
so. Do we want? So you want to put the mortar? Want to bring in a mortar observer?
Yeah. Yeah, with second platoon.
Okay. Well, so we're gonna
But he can't do anything until the mortar's there, right?
He is the
Yeah, the
mortar.
forward observer is the mortar. He's calling it in.
Oh, okay. So okay, all right. I got
The
you.
other one's a small mortar. They'll carry in. Group carries in and drops.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the 60
why-
millimeter. It's its own unit. It's an onboard. It's on the field mortar. This is off field, off-board artillery. Does that make sense?
Yep. I got you. Yep.
So I need battalion.
I was overcomplicating it in my head, I think.
That's okay.
So we've got the mortar, and that was the mortar forward observer.
John's like, I've seen him do that
He's
all the
coming
time. Make it more complex in his head.
That's all right. That's what makes it fun.
Okay, so there we go. That's our second wave, and now this is part of second. All of this is part of second right here.
That didn't make it.
So let's bring them all in.
It didn't
Bring
make
them all
it
in on the third wave. That way they can work as a unit.
I'm gonna bring them over here. I'm going to bring them over here to the last of the third wave. And now we want to bring
I'll bring
in
down third platoon for you.
Go. Excellent. All right, so we got to have this.
Yep.
So you want to put some remnants of the second over. Where'd the remnants?
Some units
second
of the
go?
third.
Right here.
Oh, we put them on already. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Second's all on.
Second's on. So third, right? We could go here, here. Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Throw it.
Man, just throw that thing, man.
Jeez.
Throw it.
Aggressive.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yep. The third platoon squad is just going to get left behind.
Yeah, they'll just go in the next wave.
Well, he'll go so out. He's not coming in, so I'm gonna. And we didn't get our XO or our first sergeant in, so something's got to get switched.
Okay.
These two have to.
Well,
be
then let's take one of these guns out and put the first sergeant. or the
I'm
XO.
wondering, hang on. I'm wondering this. Like, you see this two-step here?
Mhm.
Like, we're already going to have two squads in. Do we need this two-stepper here?
Yeah, we need it because it. Yeah, we've got to.
We want to keep them together so when they get the order, they can work together.
I would almost do this and move him out and bring like the first sergeant in. Yeah, I don't know. These two are really important, and they need to be in the first or second wave.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you take this out, you can put those guys in.
Yeah. But then now we got to readjust the
What?
second wave again because we want that guy to go in next.
Which one? The XO, the first sergeant, and then these three in. First, second, third would just have to be bumped. Third would have to be bumped.
Well, it's only two.
And
Yeah.
then he comes in. What happened to? Oh, his assault is still up here.
Yeah, but you can bring one of these guys over here too.
We can bring that back in, or we can bring another artillery guy in. We can bring our
We could
word
do that
observer here in.
with the first wave. We could.
Yeah, I mean, having them there. I
A lot of
mean,
stuff, but
All right. So you want to do that? You want to bring in the artillery observer?
Yes, but
All right.
it's up to
I
you.
like that. Definitive yes. Yes. We want him in.
Send him in, coach.
Send him in, coach.
Well, there we go. Now we have to readjust down here. What do we have left
Well,
from first? Just
right.
this?
Yeah, right there. Yep. So put that.
So what are these
What
down here at the bottom? Why
They're the
are we not
Chinooks.
using these?
They're the Chinooks.
Those are the big Chinooks. They can hold 12. But you don't want those to get shot up, because if they get shot out of the sky with 12 units in it, you're hurting. We have to have a clear landing zone to bring these guys in.
Okay, well, just throw all of our extra guys down here in one of these.
We need, this is third, and third is coming in third of the cells.
You got one more step over here in third wave,
Right.
first
right.
helicopter.
And we got a step here that we can go for the first wave, which could be that thing. Yep.
Yeah.
That can go there.
And this assault team
This
is
is
who?
This is third of the second. This is third of the first. So this one should come in here. We should leave something
take
out
this out,
here and
Take
bring
this out and put that over there.
too much. Oh no, it's not too much. But then he does. No, he has an assault. He's 3 lines.
He's 3 what?
He has to stay here.
Oh,
He's 3 pips.
okay.
We can put 2 more over here. So we can put another observer and then maybe send the second.
Well, we got this one as well. So I mean, this weapons team.
I think that should go there. And then we take this guy out. And
I think the problem is the Army didn't give us enough freaking helicopters. Like, come on, guys.
What happens? You gotta
do what you
bring them in and wait, baby.
Like, if you know how much we got to take, you should give us the helicopters to make sure we can bring them all.
So these are 2 of the third. So we'll just leave them together right up here, and they'll come in the next available helicopter.
And then we also have the 4th, so we'll bring those guys down there as well.
Yeah, they'll come down here to come in. Okay, now these guys here are the first 3 helicopters, first 4. These 4 right here are the first wave. Now the question is, how much do we want to? We have to time this out. This is going to land on turn 1. When do we want the second wave to take off?
Turn
2.
Well, it takes off and it takes 1 to get over there, right?
Yeah, but remember, so this is how it would work. Oops, come on. Look at this. The way it works is they'll go here on turn 1. If we take them off on turn 2, they're going to be right here, ready to come in on turn 3.
But they can loiter though, right? Or just 2 of them can?
Sorry, on turn 2, which means they can loiter 1 turn. So we could take them off at 2 and loiter all of them. But if we don't clear enough of the landing zone, then they're going to have to go here and go. So I would say either turn 2 or turn 3.
Go with 3, just to be safe.
All right, so we're going to go with 3. And then how about the third one? When are they going to come in?
Well, we could plan on we could plan on 4, because by that time we'll have some other openings and hopefully we'll have another landing zone.
Yeah, we got the extra landing zone tokens.
Yeah, so our first thing would be to try and get a landing zone, right?
I would think that would be pretty important for us. So if you want to go, we're going to go 2, 4, 2. Did you say
I
3?
would go 4 if you want, and then the next one will be 5. Then we can start bringing them in. By then we know what we have to deal with.
You want to go 3, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think 3, 4.
1,
You don't want to
3.
leave this first squad there by himself for all that, for too many turns.
Well, the second squad will become the third.
Okay, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that. We go 1, 3,
Okay.
4. Now, who are we going to give this smoke to? Got to give it to individual units. Let's come down here and do it down here. So first platoon, I would say a smoke and a smoke and a second platoon, a smoke, maybe you know what? Take that back. Should we give these smokes to those first 3 assault teams?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Give them to those assault teams.
Give these 3 to those individual assault teams up
The
here.
ones that
in the
we've
first
already
wave.
broke off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we only have 2.
What about maybe first sergeant gets a smoke?
This is, you know what? I'm going to suggest one other thing. I'm going to suggest this. We leave CO for the second group, and we bring, oh gosh. Okay, so as it stands right now, we're not going to get this landing zone cleared. This guy's going to move off. This guy's going to move off. That's only 2 of the 12. We're down to 10. We got to get 6 more of these off of the landing zone. That could be that, but then 4 more of these have got to get off the landing zone, and we put some people in real danger. I'm almost thinking that we've got to have the third of the first. Where's the third of the first? He's got to come in.
Okay.
With this guy.
So
then
you're gonna lose. I mean, you're gonna lose this. You're gonna lose the company headquarters. You're gonna lose first platoon headquarters.
We're gonna get 3 of these. First platoon's got to come in. Artillery does not have to come in.
But don't we want the CO so that he can activate the first platoon and he gets to draw from the larger numbers?
Oh. We could go. We can leave the XO out. We could put the first sergeant in, and we could put that like that. First platoon, first sergeant, and the CO, and assault teams to get off. And if they get any clearing, then we could get these guys off, which would give us 3, 6, 9 out of 12. Only leaves 4 on, and that's plenty for the next 12 to come in. We got to get these 3 out of the landing zone, all this out of the landing zone, and it'll be ready for them to come in on second. And if we can't, then they loiter. And then we still have another whole one right here that we don't have anything on. So we could put some of these guys over here.
Okay.
Right, we got these guys sitting over here that we don't need 4th platoon. We don't need 4th platoon. We don't need those.
You know, it's our first game. I don't know that we have to be absolutely perfect going in.
I mean, we could do this right here.
Yeah. That looks good.
How about you, Jester? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy with anything. I mean, you can. What's the old expression? Your plan is always good until you meet the enemy, and then shit's going to hit the fan, and everything
matter
we've
what it
done is
was.
going to be for nothing.
Absolutely. Okay, well then we have these guys
We
left
can bring them.
over.
We can say, "Oh, we'll bring the mortar in later," and then like the first turn, we're like, "Oh shit, we wish we would have brought the mortar."
Mortar, yeah. Yep.
All right, so we are ready to go.
Wait,
All right.
no. We're assigning smoke. We're not there yet. So the smoke here, we're going to assign that to the assault teams.
Yeah,
We're
to
gonna-
all the assault teams. What we
Yeah,
said,
we're gonna
yeah.
give them those 3 assault teams will get those smokes. Where are the other
Okay, then
smokes?
we got white phosphorus down here.
Yes.
Who do we want to assign the white phosphorus to?
Well,
And we have
Take a look up here.
the yellow and the purple that we need to clear the landing zones with.
How about first sergeant gets one?
first sergeant should have something.
Let's give him a white phos.
Okay, give him white phosphorus.
And then how about we give these to our platoon? We can either give them to first.
I'm thinking, if
Like this, we could do this because these will be the guys that'll smoke for the landing zone,
Landing zone.
yeah.
right? And then maybe give this to the first sergeant also, a regular smoke and a Willie Pete, and then we give that to them to mark the landing zone.
Yeah.
How's that look?
Yeah.
That's better. All right, we got 3 more white phosphorus here. Over here on the left.
Give them to whoever you
Geez.
think. You can
What
give
the
them
hell?
to platoon head.
I don't know what
You shook
happened
them up.
there. I'm sorry.
You shake them
you
like
shook
that.
them up. Dude. Now they're not going to work.
When you, yeah, you
My bad.
when
I'm sorry.
really-
I'm sorry.
you
I didn't know like rotate.
give them to whoever you want to have them, and we'll start.
All right. Oops. We're gonna give let's give one to the first squad here. One to the second squad. We'll give one to the third squad. We'll just
There
go
you
like that. That's fine.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay, so the unique thing about this game is, and you kind of have to get your head wrapped around how the sequence works. We're going to receive orders from higher command, and it's always more efficient for the CO to activate the platoon leaders than the platoon leaders activate their squads, the chain of command. If we spent all of our CO squads, it's not very efficient in orders. So we like the CO to give to the XO for Sarge, platoon leaders. Then the XO can do platoon leaders that maybe they do, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to receive these orders, and then we're going to give those orders out as we get them. So it's basically we're planning out our turn. We're going to get these orders. We're going to assign the orders. The units will form those orders. And then after everything is moved and we've gotten all of our orders where we think we want to be, then we're going to resolve all that and see what happens. So the cool thing about it is we're going to have to make decisions without knowing the outcome. Like in a lot of war games, you can do one thing, or it didn't go good, I'll change my mind on the other thing. It doesn't work like that in this game. We got to make all of our decisions and then play it out and see what happens. And then adjust the second turn. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go through the sequence of play. First thing we do, but not on until turn 1, but I'll read it anyway, is starting on turn 2, we're going to draw for a HQ event, one of ours. Enemy activity phase. This is an offensive mission, so we skip that. So now that puts us down to the command phase. And what we do is, if the battalion is not on the map, activate the CO headquarters. So the CO, our commanding officer, is going to get orders from battalion. And we're going to pull a card for that.
Well, then
we're going to look.
First. We're flipping to active, right?
Yeah, flip everybody to active. I got it.
Well, no, they're not. Until they act. No, because the CO has to activate the platoon guys.
True. So look down here at the activation command limitations. And activation, how many we get. So our CO is green.
Green boy, so -1.
Yep. So he has a -1 to that number.
But we get a +1 because we have to make contact.
So none of this applies here, but looking at the bottom one, general conditions, current activity is no contact, which we are in, no contact, +1. -1, +1, whatever that number is, he gets. And then this is what he can spend in a turn. He can only spend during the day 6 and save 3.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. There's a little button right here to draw cards.
Okay.
We hit that, and he gets.
Oh, that was a good draw.
Sure it was. So he's activated.
I'm pretty sure it means we win. I think is what that means. Like.
That's pretty much over. We just call this a win.
Thanks everyone for joining. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it very much. Okay. Now it's not really going to be any good because we're all in helicopters and we can't give any orders. So basically, he gets to keep 3. Go inactive, go to 3, saved, and that's it for the CO. So and you know what? I actually did that wrong because he's in the helicopter. He only got 4. He had to use the small one because he was not in communication with headquarters. So he only got 4, but it doesn't matter. He gets to keep 3, so nothing
So he
changed.
can't use 1 to activate the first platoon who's in the helicopter with him?
No. Nope. Not in the helicopters. You can't do that. So now the first platoon, move this down so we keep up with what we're doing. We are going to
so we don't land first?
No, we don't land first. We land later on in the sequence. AT combat and vehicle movement.
Okay.
This is exactly how we played it.
So basically all the draws are just going to be saving orders then, is all we're going to be doing.
Right, exactly. We have to do first platoon, HQ initiative impulse. Select a platoon that was not activated. What can't be activated in the helicopter. So we're going to pull one for each of our platoons and save. And we're using the small number. And all these guys, first platoon is line, so he's a +1. So pull a card. Is 3. Save. First platoon 3.
Now why is he get an extra one again?
Because he was line and there's no contact.
Okay.
Now, second and third platoon are green, so it's +1, -1. So whatever the number is. Second platoon gets 0. Third platoon gets 1. Fourth platoon is line or green? He's line.
You're line, yeah.
A line.
So they're +1, so they're going to get 4.
So he gets, but he can only save Oh, he didn't say more. He's lying.
Shouldn't we be moving these over here on the card?
Yeah, that was your job. Why didn't you do that?
Yes.
I didn't know whose job
Okay,
it
I'll
was.
ask you to
I
do
didn't
that.
get the command.
I guess you
I'm still looking out the window of the helicopter.
I know, right?
It's too noisy.
All right, so he got 4. Second platoon got 0. Is that right?
Yes.
First platoon got 3. And what did third platoon get?
Well, second platoon was green, right?
First platoon got 1.
I didn't catch it, Mike.
Third platoon got 1.
Third platoon got 1. All right, thank you.
Hold on, let's do that. Let's just make sure here. First platoon got 3.
Yep.
Second platoon got 0. Third platoon got 1. And save 3 for the fourth. No, save 4 for the fourth.
4
He's
for
lying.
the fourth. Yes, got it.
Yes. So those all have to be flipped and moved down.
Oh, we're gonna save him. Okay.
So second got 0, so he's up here. There we go. And now XO and the first sergeant each get 1. They automatically get 1 every turn. And that's it for all of our commands. There's no general, because there's nothing we can do. The last one would be general initiative down here at the bottom. So now we come up here, and if it starting on turn 2, we would do a enemy.
Well, now wait. On turn one, don't we make a move? The helicopter move, the vehicle move.
John, not until down here.
But you said we're going on to turn 2.
Oh, then I misspoke. Sorry.
No, I think he was saying here, John, where it says starting on turn 2. Yeah.
Well, no, if we're starting on turn.
Starting on turn 2, we're going to do this. It's not turn 2.
Okay.
So now we're going to move down.
Gotcha. I see.
No capture retreat. No. Vehicle movement. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up all of the first chalk, and we're going to bring it in. I'm just going to put it here for now, and we will straighten it up here in a second. So let's do this. Third platoon, go here. Second platoon will go here. First platoon will go here. These guys. So we're going to put our assault team. Let's put him kind of down in the middle. Let's put our assault teams up here on top. We know next turn we're going to want to get them out of there. And we have, so you'll notice the card here, landing zone, it has a little helicopter like this. That is an eligible place for a landing zone.
Ah.
So looking at this card here, we have a village. It has a cover of 2. We don't know what its contact is, A, B, or C. It has 3 cover counters can be placed here. When we look for cover, we pull 3 cards, and it is helicopter safe, which it looks like we have 3 spots, and 1 over here and 1 down here for a secondary LZ.
Yeah.
I said the building.
Yeah. But
we're going to move there the second turn, though.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what pops up, right? What's clear.
Yeah, so right now we can see this one up here, so we should flip this card to the top left. Because they landed here.
Let's talk about that. So you can see into green. So from this card to this card, they've got these green borders, right? This card around it. This one up here has a white border all around it, which means you can see into the white, through the white to the next one. So yeah, up here should be flipped. So we do, say flip. Does it say flip? No, I think I have to unlock it and then flip it. Let me see. Toggle lock, yeah. Now flip it and lock it again. Let me lock it back in. There we go. That's what we see. Now, if it was white again, in these, notice how we flip this card up? It's white this way, but not white diagonally or vertically.
Yeah.
So that's how that works. So what else can we
can
see?
see over
From our
here.
landing spot.
This one over here.
Okay, so let me unlock.
I'll be right
that
back, guys. I
card.
gotta go take the dogs out.
All right.
Okay. And we see that. What else do we see? We're here. No, no, yes, no, 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 no. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we see.
Is this a hill here by the swamp?
That is a hill. That is too high, it says. Yeah, this is the second. Yeah, so there's a hill
There's
here.
a hill with the swamp on it.
Yep, swampy.
We're getting on top of the hill, but unfortunately, the swamp makes it so that it's not a good LZ zone. That's a bummer.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good cover though. What did I do? Oh, there they are. So we also limit on our helicopters. So we have 4 helicopters sitting here that let us off. They won't move again until next turn. And if we pop up an enemy with an RPG next to us, they will shoot at them as they go away. Okay, so we did that this first turn.
Yeah, first turns are always like that. Yeah.
Well, especially in this one because of the way this scenario is. So that was vehicle movement. Now there is removing of existing incoming potential contacts. We're not on a card with potential contacts. Pinned, all of those guys are marked as exposed.
Right.
Because they moved, which means that, let's see, exposed. I have to do them one at a time. It doesn't matter because at the end, I'm just going to put.
Because at the end of the round, it goes away. Right. Yep.
Yeah, it goes just so we remember, hey, those were exposed. Because at the end, we have this nice little cleanup button over here. But to look here, we would do contacts, pin recovery. If a pin guy didn't get shot at, not under a volume of fire, then he can recover. Combat effects, all of the combat happens. Remove pyrotechnics, smoke, illumination, exposed, moved. We should have put moved on those helicopters. Concentrate fire, booby traps, all this stuff gets cleaned up. So we have a nice little cute little button over here that we love. Clean up. Make sure you want to clean up this, and everything went. And I think our turn marker did it. Yeah, turn marker moved to 2. And
very
those
nice.
Those moved up to the top up here, and they're ready to be activated again.
Oh, wow, nice. Wow.
And we're off to turn 2. Do we want to keep going and play turn 2 or some of it?
Yes, I would. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you have time, that's great. If not, we can.
I do. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try and squeeze another turn in. Yeah, or at least part of it.
So, friendly higher headquarters. Here we go. So we're going to pull a card, and we're looking for head. No, it would be a little radio right down here in the middle of the card.
Okay.
So headquarters doesn't want to bother us right now, which is good because those are never good. Well, they're usually not good. But now we will have more command going on. the battalion headquarters will activate the CO. And now again, +1, -1, whatever number we draw for the CO, we can add to a save of 1.
Nice.
So the CO is going to activate, and he had to. So we're going to do that, and he's going to go to 4. And now, who's he going to order?
He's +1 because he's a line.
No,
Right?
yes.
We're at no contact, and he's.
No, that's the EXO. The
Oh, I'm
CO's up
sorry.
here.
Not bad.
He's
You're right.
green.
He's a green. You're right.
So he could. So who is there that he could order?
I'm sorry?
So who is on his card that has a radio that he could order? He could order first platoon. He could order the first sergeant. He could also do the individual units if he wanted to. He's got 4 commands to divvy out.
Can he tell the helicopters to go away or no?
No, helicopters are automatic.
They
You don't
just
have
auto do things. Okay.
they're automatically, they're going to take off. That next wave is either going to land on turn 2 or they're going to go to the loiter for a turn.
Right. I got you. Okay.
So he has 4. He might as well order the first platoon just to see how many first platoon.
Are we on turn 2?
We are.
Yeah, we're going to start another turn if that's all right.
No, I just want to know where we're at.
So headquarters, CO's got 4 commands from battalion. He's going to order first platoon for the first one. And the recipient of the order, or is it the sender of the order?
I think he should.
Oh yeah, it's
He's got 4
definitely-
orders, right? So he can order first platoon. Does he want to order?
So he's going to activate. So again, he's
So
green.
this is the draw?
Plus, this is the first platoon's draw.
Okay, so the CO already activated.
He went, he did, and he got 1. So he has 4 to give. So spend 1. Somebody spend 1 down to 3. And we're going to activate first platoon.
First platoon?
And that's 4. Yep, 4. So add 4 to first platoon.
Flip them over. There you go.
There you go.
But now, so the CO, then he's done, right?
No, he can activate the first sergeant.
Yeah.
Which he probably should. So the first sergeant can bank some orders.
Absolutely.
But isn't he supposed to activate whoever he's going to activate before they draw?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's activating first platoon.
No, but we drew for first platoon. I thought he was supposed to activate, like he's supposed to use whatever orders he has to activate people. Then he stops. Then the next person draws, and then he does what he's supposed to do. Then the next person draws. I don't think you're supposed to draw with other orders left.
We had this discussion when we played last time. Remember? It doesn't really. Well, let's go ahead and do the first battalion is not on the map. Activate the CO. If the battalion is on the map, give no. If the battalion headquarters is not available, no. If activated by the platoon, draw an action card and give it the modified number of activation commands. Yes. Save those commands or expend them, and any saved commands on order to itself or other units up to the maximum. So he's going to spend all of his stuff right now. And then we're going to go down to platoon. Select a platoon staff that was not activated.
Well, that was activated.
Yes, see, that's
that,
I mean. This,
that was activated. So see, we're going to spend all the CO's commands.
yeah,
We're going to spend all of his commands right now.
yeah,
And then whoever he commanded, they're going to do their thing.
correct. But that's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm looking. You have the CO. He's activated. He activated the first platoon. You already drew the cards for the first platoon. He's supposed to activate the other ones first. Then he drops down to wherever he's going to drop. So like if you activate all 4 of these, he would go back up here and flip over because he'd go here with no more commands. So then he would flip, and then all these guys would flip.
Where was he?
He was on
here.
4.
So he stays here. No, he was on 4. He spent 1 to activate first platoon. He goes down to 3. Now he's going to spend another 1 and activate first sergeant.
Okay.
So we spend 1 down to 2. A card for sergeant to see how many he
I don't think we flipped the card yet. I think we have to activate him first, then we flip the card for the next one that we activate. At least every game that I've watched, that's the way they did it. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I'm not.
I think Mike, what John's saying is, the company headquarters says you're activated. Then he's done, and then you flip the cards to find out how many activations they get.
Yeah, that would be after, because then
I think that's the way John is thinking it should be done, and
it makes absolute no difference in the way you do it.
No, I would disagree with that, Mike.
Because you can make the first
you can
platoon
see like, first sergeant's got a bunch of actions, so I don't need to do anything else with this guy.
Yeah.
If you have to determine first before you draw for your actions, you might choose somebody that you don't need to do because you're not sure how many actions other people are going to get. You see what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah.
Because if I'm like, I want to make sure I can move all these squads out, and I'm like, well, I don't need to activate first sergeant, and this, of course, first headquarters doesn't get a lot of activations, then I'm screwed. So then I'll activate first sergeant. But if I know how many activations first platoon headquarters got, then it's kind of like information that you shouldn't know, I guess. Is that what you're saying, John? You're muted, man.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that the CO, he activates who he's going to activate, and then he what if
how about we just read the rules?
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm okay with that.
Select a platoon headquarter or hold on. Let's go through the rules. Battalion headquarter impulse. If a battalion is not on the map, activate the CO headquarter. If the battalion headquarter is on the map, give the maximum number of commands. He's not on the map, so none of that applies. If the battalion head is not available, none of that. Now we go to 331B.
Yeah.
If activated by this is the CO. If he was activated, he was. Draw an activation card and give it the modified number of activation commands.
Which we did.
We did.
Yeah.
That. We flipped that over. We got his command. Save those commands or expend on units up to the maximum per turn according to visibility as indicated. Now let's read the next one. The next one should tell us.
So what that's saying is expend those orders is what you're doing at that point.
So here we go. The next one. Select a platoon staff that was activated by the CO and draw an action card. So you guys are right. So let's do this.
I wasn't right. I was just trying to clarify what John was saying.
No, absolutely.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
Okay, so we did that, and Shouldn't have moved him. He should be at 1 still.
Well, that's all right. We know he's going to have 4.
He was
so,
at 3. He was at 3. He was at 3.
yeah. So just put him at the 7. He'll be the first one that we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, he would have been the first one. So put him here.
Yeah.
Flip him to the active side. Now we're going to activate the first sergeant, and that'll go
So
from 3 to 2. And now what do we want him to do?
Well, there's no reason to activate the 4th or 3rd platoon. So the
How
XO,
about
he's on.
How about the XO?
Is the XO on the board? He's on the board, right?
I think so.
No, the XO is. It's just
No,
first
no, so
sergeant, company headquarters, and platoon headquarters. First platoon.
Yeah. So we should just take and flip him, and just put him down at 2 and have him save those for the next time when we get more people.
We could do that because of plenty of orders.
Yeah. So he can start ordering people, then afterwards we do the sergeant.
Yes. Yep. I'm good
Now
with that. We're going to have.
Yep. So you're going to be spending the commands, and then you're going to
we
flip the card.
We pulled we flipped our card for first platoon already. Now we're going to do first sarge.
Now we're going to do what? No. We don't do the sarge yet.
We activated him.
Yeah, the sarge is activated, but okay, let's go back and read. We're gonna do our orders for the platoon, then deactivate him. Same way we did the other one. So if we go back here to the rules.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Activate, draw the action card, give them the
down.
numbers. Save those commands or expel them, and any save commands to the maximum visibility. Then we go down to the sergeant, and then he does the same thing. So they continue each one like that. So you make your orders, and then the sergeant decides what he wants to do. And if there's nothing for him to do, he saves his orders. See, because right now we have, if he gets any orders, which he may not. Well, he automatically gets one, right? But because he's activated, he flips for the bigger number.
Yeah, so
we're here.
No, we're up here at 3.1C.
Yeah,
we're under platoon headquarters.
Yes, we activated.
Right. We're in bullet point 2. Save those commands or expend them on its orders and other units up to the maximum allowed.
Right. We're done with the. Oh shoot! Hang on. So first platoon's got to do its thing, right?
We've given it its orders. We've drawn a card. Now it's got to spend these things.
And staff impulse. We activated first platoon, and we activated the first sergeant, who was part of the staff.
Well, the first.
So now
the first sergeant was that, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So again, we flipped a card to see how many orders first platoon got.
Correct.
We already did it out of order, 7. Now we have to do it for the first sergeant because we're doing the staff part of this 331C.
But it says first that you expel or save the platoons first.
Select a platoon headquarters staff that was activated by the draw an action card and give the modified number of activation commands. Select a platoon headquarters or CO staff that was activated by the command headquarters. We have a first platoon and we have a first sergeant. Draw an action card and give it the modified number of activation commands. So that's what we're doing right now. We did first platoon. He had 7. Now we have to do the first sergeant and give him his to do. Save those commands or expend. So they will spend those right now.
So
Then we go to
what I want to do, guys,
initiative
I
segment.
want to share my screen here because I've got the rule drawn up, and we can just look right at the rule booklet. Okay.
Well, you can see it right
I am looking right at
here.
Let me share my screen with you just a second. Or, well, if you got it on the thing, it's page 16.
Yes, right off to the right of the board.
It's right here.
Page 16, very top left.
Yes.
So select a platoon headquarters, no staff.
That was activated by the company headquarters. You're going to
Correct.
draw an action card and give it a modified number of commands.
That's what I just read. Yes.
Then to save those commands or expend them on units up to the maximum allowed.
So that's what we do right now. And we're going to do that. We already did half of it because we already know that we did first platoon out of order earlier. He has 7.
Okay.
Now we're going to pull a card to give him his commands, and then those 2 are going to spend down to where they save, and then they'll be done. Then we will go to the next one, which will be second, third, and fourth. Here we go. Drawing for Sarge.
All right.
First Sarge is a veteran.
So he'd be 5, 6 orders?
7 actually, because we're no contact yet.
Oh, right, yeah, 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now we spend these. We're going to have, let's come over and look at our situation. Where do we want to go? John, you want to go to the village, right?
What's that?
You want to go to the village, correct? Here?
Yeah, I think we should go to the village.
I agree with that. So that is 1 order from first platoon. And that's legal because first platoon headquarters is right here.
Okay, so
where else? You want to get these 3 off of the card.
I would suggest north because it's a +3.
It is nice. These 2 are both +3s.
Yeah.
This one down here is a +3. This one down here is a 2 and a bending.
Well,
yeah, that's another good one too. Yeah.
But I think also that because we have a possible landing here, and if we open up another possible landing, that's a +2, and then maybe up here, and that's going to give us a lot of cards to look at. Because see, right now this guy's here, so we actually should flip this card to the left right here. Once he walked over in here, this card should be flipped.
I'm going to do that right now.
Let's see.
That's the first one. And the second one.
Heavy jungle. Wow.
And
the rice paddy. Mm.
And the third one.
Another rice paddy.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move the order down here for the first. Move it down 1, first platoon. So he's on 6 now.
So what else does he see? He can see this.
Oh yeah, he can see it there. Yeah, because that's all white. Yeah, so where you're at up there.
Let's
do that. Yep. Up at the top.
Unlock that.
Another rice paddy. Boy, there's a lot of rice paddies.
Now the question is, do we have to? We don't have to put another one up here until an enemy shows up.
Until the contact, correct? Yeah. When the contract shows up, then we open them up. We can't go any further than that. We can shoot.
Okay. So that's it for that is exposed.
Yep.
You can right click on units, and it gives you a whole list at the top what you can do with them.
Oh, nice.
Now, see that +2 right now is nullified there, Jester. So we got the +2 on the card, but he's exposed. So that's a +2.
He can also look for cover.
Well, he can only look for
Well,
cover if
general
he can
initiative.
get an order. That's another order.
Under general initiative.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, general initiative, because that can go to anybody, any place.
Yes.
All right.
So
I would
what do you
suggest
think?
I would suggest south. Let's see if we can,
Yeah,
bust out. And,
another landing zone there,
yeah.
and then
Plus, it
probably
will give us some more cards, some more, visibility on some more cards.
and then the last one up to the upper right, because that gives us a height advantage. That's a mountain, right? That's why there's 2 cards.
Yes.
So that gives us some height, and then open up all 3 of those cards up there, and that's got a +3 cover.
Okay. Spend those commands.
Yeah, I'm putting the command over right now, so he's down to 5.
Okay, so he is going to see.
So it's these
Here.
down here.
Oh, another village. That's good. Rice patties. There
were a lot of them.
I guess so. Ooh, that's a good photo. Bamboo.
Okay. That's all of those.
Yep. Yeah, I like Jonathan's idea. If we go up here, then it would expose all 4 of those cards up there.
Want to do that? Okay. So my one issue, I guess, would be we're sending first platoon words.
Oh, because we're sending so many guys different directions. How are we going to command them all? Right, I got you.
Yeah,
but they are just assault teams. We have these 2 that need to stick together with their platoon.
Well, wait a minute.
Leader.
Yeah, but assault teams can be commanded by anybody.
Yes, exactly. So
yeah.
I think we're okay to send them in different directions.
Do you think so? Huh? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
We'll keep these guys here together.
What I'm thinking, this is just in my head. What I'm thinking is, if we send 3 guys out, hopefully one of those ways will be good, and we can move a bunch of guys off the landing zone into the good area.
Yeah, but we won't.
Yes,
yeah, that's the idea.
That is the thought.
That's what I'm just trying to think.
So you guys want to go to the hill?
I think so. I think, if we're going to put out 3 guys, we might as well put them out that way, because we're going to have 3 contacts that we're going to open up here pretty soon. But I'll have to leave here in a little bit.
And it'll show off all those areas, so we'll know what everything is except for a couple spaces.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead and spend the command. I moved them.
I put it down to 4.
And let's cards.
Give us something good, huh?
Ryan.
Jungle. Another village. And another jungle. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today as we look at Fields of Fire. We're going to wrap up this turn, and then we'll probably call it an episode. So we want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Want to thank Mike Bertucelli and, of course, Nerd Workshop for coming out tonight and helping us out. Learn the new Fields of Fire game. You can find out more information over on the GMT Games website.
Yep. So now, do we want to save the rest of the first platoon's orders?
Is there, well, do we want to try to seek cover where we are?
Yes.
That would be good. Yeah, I think so. But now, yeah, because something might attack us there.
I think trying to get some of these squads in cover would be good, yes.
We have first platoon. You want to try to get, want to try to find a cover and do, I don't know, I guess first platoon or something.
There's
Yeah, just
two in this area.
one,
There
one.
can be two.
Yeah, the 1-1 platoon you can order. So I'll drop it down one more. We're at 3. And go ahead and draw for cover. They get what line? Their line, so they draw 2. And no contact. Do they get anything else?
No.
Okay.
Is that what they do too?
Yeah, their line.
Is it a move order? Are you looking at the order?
No, I'm trying to find the order.
Okay.
Spotting artillery.
Oh no. I have all the dogs up here. Okay, guys.
I know how you feel.
Thanks for participating. All right. That's probably enough already. Oh God. Oh.
So my question is, we have taken one of the sections and broken them off of that 3-step, but how do we know if it's the first section?
It won't matter until the end when we see what's left, and then it'll tell us how to reconstitute.
But I mean, is it
So right now he's line until he's no longer a platoon, until he gets hurt. And then he becomes a litter team or a paralyzed team, one of those, or a fire team, and then become a lat unit. It's a whole different thing. As long as he's got at least 2 steps, he is whatever he is.
yeah, but what I'm talking about, like let's see, this guy that we just moved here, like this guy here is a assault team, but how do we know how good of an assault team he is?
All assault teams are line.
All assault teams are green? Line. Okay,
Line.
gotcha. Okay, didn't know that. Okay, thanks.
I'll show you. Let's see. It's got a breakdown for that's called a LAT, a limited action team. Let me look here real quick and find it. Ah, here we go. Assault teams. So I'm on page 26, bottom left corner, assault teams, experience level line. And there's the things they can do, the move actions that are allowed, the rally actions that are allowed, and the combat actions that are allowed.
Gotcha.
All of these things. Now, a fire team over here is green, and they cannot fire. They can fire. They have a longer range than the assault team. The assault team can only fire on its own card. Problem with the line is they cannot move onto a unexplored card. Move to an adjacent card, but only if that card is in the staging area or is firmly occupied with no volume of fire on it. So they just can't. Fire teams just can't go out on their own and move around. They have to be with a friendly unit.
Right. All right. So when you break a guy off, you want to make him an assault team as opposed to a fire team.
If you want to move with them, if you just want to shoot with them, then a fire team might be better.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I gotcha. So a fire team is, if they're going to be stationary and just fire, then you want a fire team. Otherwise, you want an assault team to move around. I got you. Okay.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna check out here.
Hey, buddy.
All right. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here very shortly. So thanks so much for coming out, Nerd Workshop. Be sure to check out his channel and go subscribe to his channel and check out his videos. He's got a lot of great videos. Thanks, Nerd.
No problem. Let's see. Now I got to figure out how I escape out of this one. Menu, maybe.
Just close your browser and you'll be done.
There you go. Oh,
Take
well,
care, man. Thanks for coming by.
all right. Thanks a lot, guys.
I will email you about part 2.
See,
There you go. All right. You guys have fun with the rest of it.
Yep. We're just going to finish the turn and we'll be done.
okay, seat cover, plus or minus. He is lined, so there's no plus or minus. The card tells you how many that you pull. A gesture, look over here.
Over here.
On the
Where's
card
over here?
that we are on,
Oh, on the actual card. Yeah.
where our guy has a 3 right here. That's how many we get to pull, which is line, nothing. We'll pull 3 cards. We're looking for cover. 1,
Yeah,
Got it.
there's cover.
2, 3. You're always supposed to pull all of them.
Yep.
Okay, so we have cover. That's
good.
thing. Let's see if it's a right click on the card. Place volume, place that, incoming, at cover. So there we go. There's a cover marker. And who would we like to go under this cover marker? Well, first did it, so he's going to go under it. We could put somebody else with him, like First Sarge or something.
Is there a limit to how many people can go in there?
Well, we can have more. 3 steps is, if we go over 3 steps, we're artillery fire and mortars and stuff. If you overstack.
How many?
We have 3 guys.
We don't want to move too many in there because we want to move people out of there, right? So I mean,
well, yeah, like first platoon could go in there with them.
Yeah, I mean that would be good for me. Yeah, I would think.
We could put the CO undercover.
Yeah, he would be important too, right?
Right, first platoon, CO undercover, and that's 3 steps.
Okay, that's good.
And then
maybe another cover. We can still look for another cover.
Yeah, there's like 2 on here, I think.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, 2. You know, we could. How many more orders was that? That was first. Who gave him that order? First
platoon gave it to him. Yeah, he has 3 left.
So did we move?
Yeah, he did move it.
He has
from
3
4 to
left.
3.
All right. You want to do another one and find one more cover?
Yeah, I think that's a good option. We'll move it down to 2. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Pulling 3 cards. Go ahead and pull them.
You've been doing good. Why don't you go ahead? You've been doing good.
1,
Contact.
2,
Contact.
3.
Ooh, you didn't do very good.
We can exhort him. We could. Well, we don't need to. We have another guy that we could do. Do you want to spend another one, or we better save?
Yeah, let's save the orders. I mean, we've got some cover there at least.
Yeah, we're going to need him. How about First Sarge? You want First Sarge to go after cover?
Yes. He's got smoke. Can you throw smoke from cover?
Yeah, but we don't want smoke because we're not being fired at. It only lasts for 1 turn.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure how long it lasts.
Yeah, just 1 turn. But listen, he can save. Well, he can max save his vet. He's a vet. He can save all 7. We could spend 1 for cover or save all 7.
I think we try and find that last cover. Let's try it.
Okay.
I mean, 6 orders is huge, so I mean, still.
Yeah, and then we're going to be done with it, right?
Yep. I agree.
Okay. So he's going to order himself for cover.
Yeah, because he's a veteran, you get a bonus.
Yeah, so would that be 4 pulls?
4 cards. Yeah,
1.
it'd be 4 cards.
1. Got it.
Oh, okay.
2, 3, 4. All right, we got it.
Yeah. Good thing he's a veteran.
And now cover. And this cover will go on this First Sarge. And that's it. So let's go back over to our sequence of play and continue. So that the battalion is not, select the platoon as activated. We did that. Now it's the initiative phase. If not activated, so this is the CO headquarter impulse. If not activated, he was, so skip it. Platoon headquarter initiative. Select a platoon headquarter that was not activated. That would be 2, 3, and 4.
And give it
And draw there.
Commands. Yep.
Are we maxed out on 2, 3, and 4?
Yes, because I think they can only save so many, right?
Yeah, 4 can only save that many, so 4 doesn't need any. So 2 doesn't have any. So we're going to do 2, and we're going to do 3 because he only has 1.
Okay.
So second and third. Second and third are going to get -1 +1. So they are just one small number. Second is going to get 1. Third is going to get 2.
Okay. So second goes to 1. Third goes to 3.
There you go. And go ahead and unactivate them and put them down
the
safe.
bottom. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're not on the board. And the only one that's left is staff that didn't get
That would be
activated.
the
That's
XL.
him. He'd go up 1.
He gets 1, right?
Yeah, he'd go
Yep.
up 1.
And he's going to save it. Yep.
He'd go save it. And then general initiative, there is none because, no, take that back. We do have general. So that was down here, staff, they each get 1. The general, draw an action card and expend any of your command equal to the unmodified initiative command. If this is a single tune mission, no, that's not. So this is the small number, I believe.
Yep. I think you're right. I think I remember reading that.
So here we go. 1 small number.
2. Right. So 2 general commands.
So I say this guy's already in a +3. I say this guy and this guy look for cover.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, yeah.
Sorry,
This guy and this guy, yeah. I'm thinking looking for cover. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this guy first. We have 3 pulls and pulls for cover. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
No,
3. Nope. Okay, the other guy. 1, 2, 3.
Cover.
This guy got cover. And he's in cover. There we go.
All right, so those were our
We
2
are
general
done.
commands. Okay.
You have a possible headquarter. So let's pull for the enemy. Nope, nothing. No, nothing right there. So we're done with that.
Capture, nothing. Retreat, nothing. Vehicle movement phase.
So these guys, we don't have enough room on the landing zone for them. So first of all, these guys take off. There are no enemies. Oh, yeah, there's no enemies yet. So these guys are gone. They are on outbound.
Okay.
These guys should have. Okay, these guys don't take off until turn 2. They take off right now. So they are there on turn 2. And then the next one we'll do on turn 4. So there we go. The vehicle phase is done.
All right. Getting somewhere.
And now we have, there's no fire emissions, potential contact. Well, here we go. So here we go.
Here we go.
We have 3 to choose from. We're going to go top to bottom, left to right, top to bottom. So 1, 2, or 3. So we're doing a random 3 to see who we're pulling for first. A random 3 is down here is 2. That'd be the guy on the left.
This one.
That'd be this guy right here. We're going to flip that. It's a C. Ooh, that could help us. That could help us. So potential contacts right here. We are no contact on the map. So we are no contact. A or B, it would have been auto. But now we got to go 4 to see if there's any bad guys. Oh, we don't want any bad guys on this one. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
4. Oh. So that is clear.
Nice.
So I'm going to just take this, put it over here to remind us of the cards that we cleared.
Yeah, because we have victory points.
Remember,
for
they're
that.
worth experience points. So okay, so top is 1, bottom is 2. Let's figure this one out. Random 2.
Wow, that's a 1 all the way across the board.
Yeah, it is. All right, so we're up here. We're flipping this one.
That means automatic.
That means now. Says there's no front line in Vietnam on this one. They could pop up anywhere. If it says forward, like that is straight up. Forward left, forward right. Right would be straight over. Rear right would be back. So rear left, they would pop up into our landing zone.
That would be bad.
That'd be really bad. That would be really bad. So let's see what we get. So we come over to the package, the VC contact package. So we're going to try to roll up something here. So this is an APC. So we're going to roll a 10-sider.
Yep.
And we're going to see
which number.
What the number is. It'll come across to the package that we're going to choose.
Yep.
So let's roll a 10er. We're checking on 10, right? We're checking 10.
Yep, random 10.
Let me look at that one. We're pulling a 10. If we pull a 1 or 2, it's this. Got it. Yep.
Yeah, if it's 1 or 2, then it's package 3. Yeah, yep.
Yes. So here we go. Random 10 is.
Oh, nothing.
We need to. Yay! Okay, we pulled a 4.
4. Let's see what 4 is. 4 is an outpost. Squads and foxholes.
4 number
is
number 5.
No. I'm sorry. 4 is a 5. 5 is an ambush.
Oh. Okay. So let's go ahead and see a couple things first here. Place of volume of fire. Yes. Is he spotted? No, he is not spotted. Then placement. This is a random 10. 1 to 2. Place all at close range. A 3 to 10. Place all at max line of sight. Okay. So what we need is a squad plus an RPG, a squad plus a machine gun team with 4 ammo, all in basic +1 cover. Well, that's not good. Come over here. We have enemy troops are in here. So we have to pull a squad with an RPG. So we pulled a VC. He's got short range grenades with an RPG. With an RPG. One of those. So he gets one of those. Oh, lovely. Lovely. All right, that was one. What's the other one? And I believe we might have to read on this.
I think you're just
But I
drawing
believe,
one to see what squad it is, right? Because the squads are random.
yeah, I don't think so. No, it's a squad with an RPG. That random came out of the bag. Then we're pulling another squad because they have slashes. We're pulling another squad. Nothing more to him than a slash, then a machine gun team. So there's three different things. That's two squads and an MG. And one of the squads has an RPG. All in basic cover.
Okay.
See, all in basic cover.
So squad,
But
an
the
RPG
slashers
team, then another
also,
squad, then a machine gun team. Okay.
and I don't think they go on the same card. We're going to read about multiple placements in the rules. So
yeah,
we
I
got
think
the
you
squad and the
roll for
RPG.
each one.
I think so. Here's a second one. He's just a regular, no grenade or nothing. A machine gun team, which is right here.
Machine gun
One of
team
these.
with 4 ammo. I don't know if you can. It says
You know,
machine gun team with 4 ammo.
this is the way I like to do it. Right, I right click on it, and then I go down and I go the name of it. I put I go ammo 4, and then put your mouse over.
Oh, I gotcha. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we can just go in there and every time he shoots, we can subtract one off of that. All right, do we want to find exactly how this placement works? We're looking at 7 or 8. I can't remember. Let's go. 5, section 6, section 6, weapons 8. It's going to be 8. 8 is enemy. We want enemy placement. Initial PCs, placement of PC, determining type of contact, spotted placement. Let's go back and read that. Determine when a contact occurs, determine the type and disposition of the enemy. Draw an action card and check against the enemy contact listed in the mission. Then look up the result on the package. Listen for the description of the enemy. Enemy force packages tables usually provide the following package. Shows the type and number of units to be placed. Common packages, mines, booby traps, and incoming artillery and fire. Some packages introduce multiple units across separate cards. Yeah. Some potentially have additional units which may need to be drawn. If a package gives a choice, such as a squad or a machine gun, draw a random card. Determine which unit to use and or how many units to place. If there aren't enough units, choose another option. Okay, I think it's separate. Let's look at the top of this and see. Place VO determined. Don't need that. Placement. Here we go. Here it is. Placement explains a package on the map, including the distance from the triggering alternatives that may have, if multiple units are listed, place those with a plus sign together on the same. Place those separated by a slash on separate cards. If it had a plus, it would be on the same card, slash, different cards. And that way, a complex, okay. So yeah, so we're going different cards for these 3 units. All right.
Yep. All right. So I think
Where
the first
is
thing you're
our
going to do,
placement?
you're going to draw to see placements. On a 1 or 2, it's close
So,
range.
draw-
3 to 10,
draw-
it's max range.
Yeah, so do that for the first one.
Okay, you want me to draw it? It's,
Yeah, because I'm
it's a
zoomed in on
D10,
placement.
Yep. All right, it is a 3.
So that's max,
It's gonna be
right?
max range, yep. And then so you draw the next
Okay, now
one to
do
find
me-
out which direction, which is a D8, right?
Yeah. Give me a D8.
D8 is a 6.
Oh,
Don't tell me it was
left, rear.
left
left
rear. Yeah.
rear.
Okay, great. So that's going to be in our staging area. Yay. Here we go.
And that's the big boy. Oh, no. That could not be any worse. Oh. Yep, gotta love this game.
Okay. Let's go
Okay,
for
and
the
he is not spotted, so we can't shoot at him. But of course, he can shoot at us. So let's go ahead and we put our volume of fire here. Our volume of fire is a small arms. So VOF, volume of fire.
right there, small arms. You got it? Okay.
Yep, I like to always put them right underneath this so we can just add them together. So they have a +1. Luckily, nobody is, well, you know what, though? The guys that we sent to cover are exposed because they moved to cover. Did you know that?
To what? Say that again?
The 2 guys that we sent to cover here are
Yeah.
exposed because they moved to
Yep.
cover.
Yep. Yep.
Well, that's not good.
But no, this would have.
Yeah, they
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
all right.
They shot him out of the. They saw him get up running for cover. They popped out of their foxhole, out of their tunnels, and started blasting. There is no PDF here because he will shoot at the card that he's on before.
Oh, okay. It just said yes, so I was.
Right, but he popped up on a card with us, so he won't fire out of sight this card.
You
He'll
think he
fire.
will prioritize shooting at everyone else?
I'm pretty sure. We'll look it up. I believe that's how it works.
Okay. Should we
Well,
go
how
for
about
the
the
next
second
guy
one?
now?
As you do your 10 first.
All right, D10 is a 10, so max range. And direction is number 5.
Rear.
So that's going to be down here in the jungle.
So max range did stop it there. Yes, that stopped it there. Rear is, yeah, and that's just a single squad. And that one, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
Nope, it's going to be over here.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be straight back down. Right?
It's gonna be, yeah.
Now
that will be a
is, how
PDF.
far can this guy shoot, though?
Short range can shoot.
If he can only shoot one space, then it's going to have to come here.
Yeah, you're right. And I think it is one space. I gotta find it. It's on one of these.
This might put him out in the rice paddy.
Here it is.
Okay, so he's got to go in the rice paddy then.
Yes, he does. He's got to go in the right.
And they're in cover.
He's going to come
what
up.
that said? Cover, some kind of cover.
Yeah, I'm putting cover on him right
basic
now.
+1 cover. Yep. All right.
And he has got a small arms. So small arms is going here, and you can put the PDF
Yeah,
there.
so the PDF will come in now. Yeah. All right. Let's move it left. There we go. Oops. He wasn't spotted.
Sorry. Go ahead.
There you go.
And we cannot see him. So
yeah, he's unspotted. Yeah.
And then so that is this guy for the buy-in. That took away this one. Oops, not that card.
Oh, jeez. It all went to crazy. Why is there's
I kind of lost. That card was not locked.
Yeah, obviously.
I got you.
You can take that off because that's the one we're figuring out right now.
Yep.
It's only taking us 20 minutes to get all the guys, but yeah, we're figuring that one out.
Oh, we are.
It just gives us something to do next round, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so we still have one more guy, right?
Yes, we do. Machine gun. Awesome.
All right. So we'll roll for range, and it is a 5. So max range and direction is 2.
Oh, 2. Right front.
So it's going to be up here in the village.
And you can't see through it. So
yeah, we're going to get a PDF.
Yes, this time it's automatic weapons. So we're going to go cover.
I think it was John that said he wanted to move up there. So I'm pretty sure this is John's squad.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is John's squad.
Giving it to him. Even if it wasn't, it is now.
Yeah, we're designating this nerd squad 1.
Yes, nerd 1. Okay, so that went there. You put the PDF, and now this turned into automatic fire because the machine gun is higher than the other one. You have a possible crossfire.
I was just going to say there's an automatic. Isn't there an automatic crossfire?
I don't know if it's automatic. We'll read. I can't remember.
I think if it's coming in from at least 2 different sides of a card, it's automatic, but I could be wrong.
I believe it is too, which is not good. All right, and that all of this one goes away. That was
our second potential contact. We still have another one to draw for.
Oh, wait, I don't take that away. What am I doing? That doesn't go away.
I don't know what you're doing. Stop.
Don't do that. That went away.
We have one more potential contact here to draw for, right?
Yes, and that went away.
No. Put that back. That's the one we got to do. That's the one we're drawing for right now.
I know, but once you do it, you clear it. So I was just doing it now. It's an A.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure we knew where. Okay.
Yeah,
so that, what is that? An A?
It's an A.
All right. So A, we are on contact A. We're drawing 7 cards.
No, hold on. We are definitely on contact. Are we engaged? 2 or more occupied cards under volume of fire. Yes. Heavily engaged. At least one of those have both enemy and friendly. Yes, we are heavily
Okay,
engaged.
so now we're down to 3. So 3 cards.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's a little bit.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Damn it. 2, 3.
And you
They
drew
got
another
us.
contact. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Boy,
And
this
that
is
is going to
this is
be
this is
a.
a hot one.
That's a D10 again. Draw us a D10. Or do you want me to get it? All right. D10 is a 7. 7 is a 7. Bunker complex.
Oh,
We got a
oh my
squad
God!
and a
Squad
trench.
trench, 2-step squad plus a leader in a deep bunker.
And we got a CSR 6.
Place both at close range. Play as package 8 if 2 close range cards are not available.
Oh, we got to place both at close range too.
Yep. Which is 1 away.
Oh, close range is 1 away. Okay. Pay is package 8 if 2 close range targets are not
So,
available.
I'm going to pull a squad. I'm going to pull 1 squad that'll be in a trench. I'm going to pull a second squad and flip him to his 2-step side with a leader in a deep bunker. We landed on a bunker complex. What are we thinking?
What the hell are they doing building bunkers? That's crazy.
Here we go. This is the squad in the trench. So I gotta grab a trench. Here's a deep bunker. We have to read up on deep bunkers. That is a special rule.
Jeez, we're
And
gonna
a
need
trench.
bunkers and trenches. We're gonna have to read up all kinds of rules, Mike.
There we are.
Oh my!
So he's in the trench. Now I'm gonna pull a 2-step squad for the bunker. Oh, look at me. I pulled a 2. No, I didn't. And then that gets flipped to his 2-step side.
With the leader.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta have leaders. Yeah.
Why wouldn't they have a leader? We're gonna give him a big 3-star because that's a deep bunker.
Wow, that is a deep bunker. All right, that is crazy.
Okay.
Squad and trench, 2-step bunker plus leader and deep bunker.
And they have
so the first squad is just in a trench.
Correct.
The 2-step unit and the leaders in a deep bunker.
Yes. Now we have to find out where they are.
We got that right. Good job.
Pull me in. There's no special rule on this one, right?
Just both the close range.
Because the other one was roll up here. Yeah. So just you're pulling
D8. Ready? D8, and we're gonna get a 3.
Right side.
So over here in the jungle.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's the trench. So the trench is coming out.
Right over here in the jungle. Nope, over here.
One more.
No, up here. Right here. We're moving this contact garner. No, you're right. We're down here. Yeah. So it's over here. Yeah. You're right. Okay. I forgot we moved.
So that's the.
Yeah. It's a different guy we're talking about. Yeah. All right. So we need the deep bunker now. You ready?
I'm going to have to do this first. I got to place a volume of fire. Do small arms. We need a PDF. Yeah, this has gotten hot fast.
Okay.
All right, and now a D8 for this guy.
I just drew it right here. He's
Okay,
back right. He's back right. So it's going to be this village down here.
sounds good. Oops, stuck on it. He's going to go here. I'm going to do this.
What kind of fire are they doing?
That's the leader. Small.
Small. Okay. S.
Volume of fires. I got it. You right click on the card to bring stuff over.
All right, and we got a crossfire. No, yeah, we up here we do.
No crossfire. No, we don't. There's only one direction coming in.
No, we got to get another one yet.
Oh.
Yeah. You're not done putting
Yeah,
things out yet.
right.
Got to put one there. Yeah.
One coming down. This doesn't go there. This goes up here, but we already have small, so that doesn't matter. I can get rid of that.
Our guys are getting
Okay.
murdered from multiple directions. That's not good.
Oh, goodness. We have nowhere to move either now. Oh, yeah, we do. This one. He popped nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We got an area that's clear. So the village here.
this is a real problem right here. Holy moly.
So that was potential contacts right there.
Yes.
Pin recovery segment,
Pin
combat
recovery.
effects segments.
That's it. You want to go ahead and do the combat?
Yep, might as well.
All right, let's start at the top and work our way down. So we have this one first. They are firing. I don't know if firing uphill matters in this game. I don't think it does. But we have an exposed guy here. So this becomes a +1. This becomes a 0, and this makes it a -1. Do you concur?
I unfortunately do concur, yes.
So we have a -1 on the first attack, and he is line.
He's hit.
-1 is a hit. Here we go. Line. Paralyzed team. The line, the first one is P. If there was two steps there, one would be paralyzed, the second would be line, and the third would be a fire team. So he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Well, that was John. Who cares?
Way to go, John. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, let's go up there. It'll be great. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, we should go up there and get on that hill.
Yeah.
They would never suspect us to be on the hill. So I need to change him. He's got different.
Can you right click him and choose like a different state? No.
Yeah. I'm doing it right now. There, one more. So he was a 6. Okay, so it goes that
Paralyzed.
way. So he's a paralyzed.
All right. Great. Well, that's not probably going to be good for him.
No, I don't imagine it would be.
We got other attacks to do yet.
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately.
Yes, this is a bad one right here. All right, so here we go. We have to do these all individually. So, small arms is coming in. They won't fire their grenade yet. I have to read up on this one. Because during their action, okay, so come over here to the sequence of play. Up here, activity check, enemy activity check. This is where they determine activity they're going to
do. Yeah.
And we come over here to this chart right here. enemy defensive activity check. Right? They were, what were they? Delay
They were delay, yes.
or they
Defensive delay.
or deliberate?
I thought they
Defensive delay?
were. I thought they were delay.
It could be. Let's check. I'm pretty sure you're right. Enemy delay defense.
Delay. Yep.
So there will be on this first column on this one. And this is where they would potential grenade attack, like use their grenades to throw. Grenade attack.
Right.
So, but we're past this.
Yep.
But
Yep.
what's
They're not going to do that now.
what's throwing me is if they're on the same card as us, they may have an automatic, they will attempt to do that. You know, this might be a good place to stop. We can read up on and make sure
Yeah,
we do this
that's
correctly.
fine. Yeah, there's a few things we want to double check, and we don't want to get them all wrong because it could really hurt us in the long run. So yeah, I agree. Let's just take a pause, save it, and we can pick this up in part 2. We've been going for a couple
Yeah.
hours anyway, so maybe it's best
Yeah.
to just take a breather after that. Wow, that was. I've never had like 5 guys show up at one time. That's crazy.
This is going to
This
be
is going to be
a mess.
extremely challenging, and we blame Nerd Workshop for sure. I think it's mostly his fault.
Well, yeah, he's the one that popped this first one. That threw that guy on this card. It's all his fault.
Well, that's
Oh,
fun.
my
That's good.
goodness.
It's a
Yeah.
great learning experience. Game looks great. I love some of the new charts. It really helps understand how to play the game, and I appreciate your help with this. So thank you so much for joining us tonight and volunteering to
That's a
help
blast.
steer us down the right path. Obviously, this is a learning game for everyone out there. If we made any mistakes, we'll try and put them in the comments section down below. If you notice
if you
anything we did wrong or we
Yeah.
forgot to do something, leave a comment so everyone can read the comments and make sure
Yep.
they're caught up on all the rules.
Yeah, correct
And,
us if we're wrong.
I'm sorry?
I was just agreeing with you. Correct us if we were wrong.
Yeah, correct us if we missed something, if we were wrong, or if we forgot to do something. We want to get it as accurate as we can with comments. And then be sure to watch part 2 because at the beginning of part 2, we're going to cover anything that was a question or things we weren't 100% sure about. We'll try to clarify them and try to fix any issues that we did come across. So we'd appreciate anyone's comments down below. Again, Mike, thank you so much for coming tonight. I do appreciate it. And, I look forward to scheduling part 2 with you in Nerd Workshop sometime soon. I know schedule-wise it's going to get a little funky here with Nerd.
I think you and I should just schedule, and if he can join, he can join.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I don't know what your schedule looks like, but I'll email you and you just propose a couple of dates and we'll jump in and do it.
Sounds good.
I know Nerd Workshop's got some classes he's got to take and stuff. So
Yeah. If he can join us, he will.
and if somebody out there is looking to play and you got a microphone and a camera and you want to join us, just leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
We'd love to have some people on and teaching, especially new people. This is, again, a learning game. I read the rules and I'm familiar with the game, but I don't know how to play it. And we're just trying to learn it together. And Mike's just steering us down the right path.
Is it making sense to you a little bit better?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the new charts. Really, the kind of bigger command charts, which was awesome. I love the activation chart, which is really good. There's some really good additions, I think, that are really going to streamline things. And I know a lot of people complained about the rule booklet. I didn't complain about the rule booklet, but a lot of people did, said it was kind of bad. I don't really learn games through rule booklets anyways, so that's not my thing. But I think this will be a much better help for us. I think
The
the
rule
fact that
book,
they've taken a lot of
the rule,
teaching elements out of the rule book and put it in the playbook is going to help people as well. Yeah.
yeah, and the rule book has been rearranged and rewritten and has a lot more examples. It's much better too.
Yeah, I did notice a lot more kind of, screenshots and directions like do this, then do
Yeah,
this, and kind of things to kind of help people get the flow
yeah,
better.
yeah.
So, anyways, thank you all for joining us. We do appreciate it. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Nerd Workshop, go check out his channel, go subscribe, watch his videos as well. And we'll see everyone for part 2. Thanks so much for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.